How did eyeshine start? After Power Rangers. Everything started after Power Rangers. Actually, after my birth. Because that's really cute, birth. It's really gross. It is. I have a 3-month-old baby, and you can she's cute. But the process was like, can you speed this up, please? And I was like doing everything I could to not look down there. And I was like, are you really trying not to look? I'm like, yeah, just do the thing. You know when they pull the baby out, and I was like, is she supposed to look like that? The thing attached to her, you know? And they're like, do you want to cut it? And I was like, you guys can do it. And they're like, come on, it's tradition. And I was like, alright. And then they gave me the scissors that, you know, had the weird thing on the end. And then they like held it out. And I was like, it was like this. I was like, are you guys serious? I finally cut it. I was like, oh, that's so disgusting. It was everywhere. It's not very cute. But now she's cute. And back to your question. Which had nothing to do with birth. And I forgot what your question was. After Power Rangers, I couldn't find a job because, and I said this in the other panel, but like Power Rangers was cool for kids, but not for adults, especially the entertainment industry at that time, because it was a cheesy kids show, and it didn't really act that good. And so, getting a job right after was really tough. And so I bought a guitar, and taught myself to play in solitude and sadness. And then eventually started a band, and that's how we started. We got the name eyeshine, where we had a few really dumb names. Partly Cloudy, or another name. At the time it was cool, you know? It's like, yeah, we're Partly Cloudy! Such is the rain! Yeah, it was super stupid, and I realized that. And so I was like, dude, we need to find a new name. And I was watching Crocodile Hunter, and he was on a lake at night in a boat looking for crocs. And he pulled up a lantern, he's like, I'm looking for eyeshine. And then you see the eyeshine reflected in the rock, and he'd jump in and wrestle him in the boat. I'm saving him. And then he kept doing it. Look at this, did you see the eyeshine? And then he'd jump in again. And so it just stuck. It's a little more than you probably wanted to know. Whatever. And you.
Me?
Yes.
Have you ever passed out doing ichigo screams?
Have I ever passed out doing ichigo screams? No, but almost. When he first is going through the whole hollow thing and getting the hole in him and all that, you remember that? Like real, like a long time ago. That was, you don't remember it? Well, too bad. But it was long, a lot of like, I don't know, Andy shouting, screaming. It was painful. But it's like one of the roles that I really enjoy doing now. It's a stress reliever. You know, if I have a bad day, I go inside that booth and I like kill people and shout. I don't kill people. They usually come back to life much stronger. They should kill people. Great.
Can you tell us your experience in getting the role of Zero for Marvel Capcom 3?
My experience as Zero in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Well, I got a phone call, and I think they wanted me to audition. They did, yes. I went in and auditioned in Beverly Hills, and they called me and said I got a part, and I was like, sweet. And I just went in the booth and shouted. Games are different from most anime or animation because you do a lot of shouting, and they got all their special moves like lightning thunder button or whatever. You got like a ton of those, and you gotta shout it so many different ways, and you gotta do different hits like a and then a so there's like different things you gotta do, sword strikes or whatever, so it's a little different. It's fun though, but it really burns your throat out. Orange shirt.
Have you
you been approached or have any knowledge of like reprising your role as the amazing guy in Nelson Newton's anime?
I have not been approached. Yeah, that's. I imagine that's gonna be like done in Canada or something. Okay, who do I have?
All right.
I just finished. So again, you mean the film? Oh, well, I did. I worked with animation on the film. So again, yeah. So, alright, there you go. That was easy. A little too easy. Hey, in the back. Isaiah's voice. Okay. What the heck does he say? I love humans. That's about all I can say, because I don't really know anything else. I'm trying to think of things that we did. The last thing we did was, have you guys seen the whole series already? A couple of you? Well, then I'm not going to do anything else then. That's it.
Okay, what advice would you give to people who think becoming voice actors in terms of education and perfecting your craft?
That's a tough question. You asked what advice would I give for people aspiring to be voice actors. And it's hard because I didn't do it though, like, if those sound guys didn't screw up that film, I wouldn't be doing anime or animation or dubbing at all. I would probably just be like in a ditch. You know? Playing my guitar or something. But, so it's hard for me to go, you know what you need to do? Do a live action film. Make sure the sound guys suck at doing the sound. Also make sure that producer is doing animation. So when you're dubbing, look where you went for an audition. That's terrible advice. I think, well, voice acting, you gotta have a decent voice, I guess. You have to be clear in your speaking. You can't have like a speech impediment. You can't have a lisp. True story, this kid came up to autograph session, and for a Wolves ring, we were signing. And he comes up to me and he's talking. Hi, Mr. Bosch. I want to be a voice actor, and I just got to working on this very a lot, and I was like, what am I going to tell this guy? And then like, what am I going to say to this guy who can hardly speak, and he's like wants to be a voice actor, and I don't want to lie to him, you know, but I don't want to like Simon Cowell. So like, and it was really tough. And then he's like, so I worked on some voices, and what do you think this one was made of love and peace? You know, I was like, hey man, you got the line down. You keep working on it though. That's all I can say, you know, because it's really tough. Because it's like, I don't even know where to begin with that. You know, you gotta have a decent voice, and you have to have acting experience from anything. And I think one of the other most important things is taking direction. Because you'll go in and you'll read the script, or well, you don't usually get the script, especially in anime. You don't get it ahead of time. You walk in and there's a script. You go in, and they're like, you ready? Yep. And then you just start working. So it's not like you get to take it home, study it, figure out where you're coming from. So you got to do your own research, you know, whether online or calling people up. But I don't know what I was talking about.